Hi everyone, I'm Jennie Wetter, and today I'm really excited because I'm continuing my series on active and vibrant retirement in Gig Harbor with the artist scene here in the area. And it's the perfect weekend to do that because this is Gig Harbor's annual open studio tour. It's really cool. There are 23 different locations in and around Gig Harbor where more than 50 artists are featuring their crafts. We are going to explore some of their studios at the same time as I'm enjoying the fact that Happy Place 1 got a little upgrade. And so we're going to take it around town, tell you a little bit about these areas of town, a little bit about these artists. We're going to explore the art and we're going to have a little fun with the new Happy Place. Okay, as we get started, I should probably tell you that I am not an artist. I'll tell you a little fun fact that tells you a little bit about me. I was actually afraid to take art classes during school because I was afraid it would ruin my GPA. I'm really like that bad. So I'm gonna learn as much as you as we talk to some of these artists. And I think it's really exciting because we're gonna meet a number of people who are retired. And I'm hoping they're gonna be willing to share a lot about their experience and how living here in this area has enhanced their ability to be an artist or given them the time and energy and focus to be able to do that. Our first stop is going to be in Olalla. And I think it's a great place to start because I get a lot of questions about Olalla. What is Olalla? Where is Olalla? It's not a city, it's not even a village, but area of Kitsap County. Olalla gives you more of a sense of a rural community, and you have the opportunity to have some acreage parcels. A lot of parcels are 1 to 5 acres in Olalla, along with some beautiful views looking east over Cove Passage and Vashon Island. And many of them are up on higher banks, so you don't have a lot of access to the water the way that you do here. But again, it is a community that has just this delightful rural feel to it. I think there's probably a lot of artists that are drawn to Olalla, a lot of people who really want to have space around them, but still have the accessibility of being close to town. Just everything I've heard from people who live in Olalla, you know, maybe it wasn't where they sought to live initially, because maybe they were hoping to get acreage property that was closer in to Gig Harbor or actually in Gig Harbor. And then once they got to Olalla, they realized how accessible everything is and just how great the people of Olalla are. So here we are on the shores of Olalla at Andrew's studio, where Andrew is understandably inspired by the background around me for his oil and charcoal drawings and paintings. They're absolutely beautiful. And one of the things he was telling us is if you look at his art, there's a misty component to it. And he remembers as he grew up here, seeing the fog roll in, and that definitely had a major influence on his art. I know I just got done telling you that most of Olalla properties don't actually sit on the water. This happens to be one very special one. And again, you can see why it's very inspiring. All right, so we are leaving Olalla and we are headed back down toward the north part of the actual harbor, or toward downtown on Crescent Valley Road. Crescent Valley is a great connector that runs all along the east side from Gig Harbor all the way up to Port Orchard. So Olalla is one of the towns that you pass on Crescent Valley. In terms of property in and around Crescent Valley, one of the things I tell people is it's in a valley. So if sun is what you are looking for, you're gonna have some limited opportunities in and around the actual Crescent Valley, because right to the east of Crescent Valley is the ridge that goes up and then ultimately back down to the water in the Sunrise Beach area. And then to the west, you have the hills that the rest of Gig Harbor is built on. So I can remember when I was bike riding down Crescent Valley, in the summer, you can feel a marked difference in the temperature when you go from the ridge down into the valley. That being said, there are beautiful properties, acreage again, some farmland is in and along Crescent Valley, and it's a straight shot from point A to point B. So it's also a really nice area if you're looking for proximity. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about downtown Gig Harbor in this video because we already have a couple of other videos that are very specific to downtown living, the different properties that you can get in the downtown area. So be sure to check those out. So this is Maureen, Reilly, and thank you so much for chatting with me a little bit about your art and then also the art scene here in Gig Harbor. So you told me that you actually live on the Key Peninsula.
I live on the Key Peninsula.
And there are a couple of other artists inside, one of whom actually lives here on Randall. So they bring several artists together. Maureen, tell us a little bit about your specific craft because it's very unique.
I got into owning alpacas and working with alpaca fiber 15 years ago. My husband's boss's parents had 3 alpacas that they were too old to look after anymore, and they needed to rehome them. So we took them, and then I decided they needed to earn their keep. Okay. So I started doing something with the fiber, and it was a process of YouTube, talking to people, trial and error, a lot of trial and error. And this is where I am today.
That is very exciting. How long have you lived in the Key Peninsula, Gig Harbor?
23 years.
Okay. And where did you move from?
Well, that's a good question. So I'm originally from Scotland.
Okay.
I moved to North Carolina, then New York City, then Melbourne, Australia, then Bainbridge Island, then Silverdale, and then the Key Peninsula.
Holy cow. Okay, well, you're a perfect person then to tell us why here and what's kept you here for 20 years.
For me, it's because this is the closest I've come to in the world to Scotland.
Because of our weather?
Because of the weather, because of the water, because of the mountains,
okay,
the trees. Yes, it's just, I feel at home.
Tell me a little bit more about just the art scene here. I'm guessing there are art groups, art leagues.
Lots of art. There's the Peninsula Art League, which we belong to. We belong on the Key Peninsula to a small group of women artists called the Art Tarts. And
what makes the Art Tarts the Art Tarts? They have to be women.
We have to be women,
okay,
and we all have to be a little bit spicy.
Oh, okay.
A little bit different, very independent, quite vocal.
Oh, I love that. How fun. Yeah. How fun. Going back to your alpacas, are there other people in the area that you know who do this kind of art? Because it seems very, very unique.
No, I'm kind of a lone wolf with this.
Okay.
And I have a certain niche that I go for. Everything's hand done. I don't dye any of the fiber. These are all the natural colors.
Would you say this is your retirement hobby, or do you have another career? Are you retired?
I'm not retired. I'm the operations director at the Mustard Seed Project on the Key Peninsula.
The Mustard Seed Project is a very special place. So
we help seniors stay in their own homes when they're no longer able to drive, or do their own yard work, collect their own firewood, do home repairs. We have a squad of volunteers that does all that for them.
Would you say that this Gig Harbor area in general is very welcoming and fostering for whether somebody's not yet an artist who wants to become one or is growing their talent? Do you feel like it's a supportive environment?
Very supportive. For that? This is a real community in every sense of the word, yes, and it's a very vibrant art community as well. And so many people have come through here this weekend who said, oh, I could never do anything like this. And I tell them, you never know what you can do until you try. Everyone's an artist. You just haven't found your art yet.
I hope so, because I was saying in the intro part of the video, I can't even draw a straight line with a ruler. It doesn't matter. So I don't know.
Something like this. It's all free form. You know, there are no mistakes. There are no mistakes.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Good luck. We really appreciate it. And thank you for sharing.
Thank you for coming.
So I'm here with Cathie Johnson, and Cathie, this is your home on Randall Drive, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for joining us, and you are a watercolor artist?
Yes, I am. Retired teacher.
Okay.
But now this is my job.
And retired teacher in the area, or did you move to Gig Harbor?
Oregon. So
Okay.
we moved up here to retire from Oregon.
Okay.
Because we had a boat.
Because you had
So
a
we-
boat.
and a son
Okay.
here.
So this was
So-
the boat was the reason for Gig Harbor.
Right.
How many years ago was that?
15.
Okay. Were you an artist to this degree when you were working?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
So did you paint at all before you were?
Yes, I did. I had an art degree.
Okay.
And I had been in galleries in Oregon where we lived. But, I worked. So I painted in the summer on the boat.
On the boat. How exciting. So it as I'm looking around at some of your paintings, it looks like a lot of your paintings have to do with marine type activities here
Definitely.
in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, we joined the yacht club here before we moved here.
Okay.
It's a very friendly town.
It's so nice that you say that. We hear that all the time. So for someone who's thinking about moving to the area and or someone like me who's not an artist but would like to get more involved, where would someone go if they were moving to town to, get started? How do they find, how do they find you and what?
There's a very good art scene here.
Okay.
I've been a member of the Art League when I moved here in 2010 and sponsored shows and things like that through them. Right now I run a plein air group through that larger group, which is over 200 people now.
What is the plein air group?
Plein air is when you take your little cart like that and you go outside and paint.
Oh.
In the plein air.
Oh, wow.
It's a French term, yeah.
That's exciting. And so you host a group where people just go out and paint?
We have a group through the Art League. If people are artistic and seeking that when they move here, it's a wonderful group. They have portrait groups, classes. We meet once a month and talk about art and do things arty. So it's a vibrant scene.
It's a vibrant scene. So the Peninsula Art League, one of your friends mentioned it to me. That would be the place to start, is to join the Art League?
Yes, that's where I would start. And I did.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, you are here on Randall, which is, you're in a fabulous location. Do you want to tell us anything about this particular location? And is this where you've lived the whole time?
Yes.
Okay.
We looked all over town. In fact, we looked up on Whidbey Island and Anacortes, or all the boating places.
Okay.
And we really liked this area.
The Gig Harbor area.
And we had family too.
Okay.
There were family members around this area. And the yacht club was lovely. So, it was a natural fit for us. And the ocean's only in a couple hours.
That's true.
So I go out there a lot too.
Really cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing your time. I know you've had a busy weekend and you have absolutely beautiful paintings. And
well, thank you.
Thanks again for sharing.
You bet.
So we just wrapped up a really great chat with two fabulous artists, Cathie, who's a watercolorist, and Maureen, who works with alpaca fiber. So cool. But what came out of the conversation with each of them is that they both moved here from a different area. Maureen especially lived all over the world and settled on Gig Harbor ultimately. They just both stress the fact that it's a very welcoming community, and whatever it is that you're looking for, there's going to be an opportunity to do that here. So now we're gonna we're gonna leave downtown and we're gonna head out through Rosedale and Artondale to the west side of town. And the west side is very important because that is where all of the western facing views are. The only other place you can get western facing views, so sunset, is over in East Gig Harbor where we were just a little while ago on Goodman Drive or up on that ridge overlooking the harbor. But if you overlook downtown Gig Harbor, you don't get to see the mountains. So what's very special about the West is you can have magical sunsets. You also get a larger fetch of water, big wide open water, and then you've got the Olympic Mountains in the background. So since we're talking about water and water views, we are headed to Allyn Point, and part of Allyn Point is called Driftwood Cove. Allyn Point is, if not the most exclusive area of Gig Harbor, it's one of the two most exclusive areas of Gig Harbor. The reason being, the views are absolutely spectacular. They're just second to none, as we'll probably see when we head to this studio. So, not free by any stretch of the imagination. It's certainly going to be spendy to live on Allyn Point, but if you're looking for that 180 plus wide open, incredible view with sunsets all year long, this is going to be one of those places. All right, so I'm so excited to be here because this is my friend Lisa, and
Hi.
she's going to tell us a little bit about her incredible art, but also your journey, because you have an exciting one, to how you got from the corporate world to Gig Harbor,
Yep.
and then how that turned into art instead of the corporate world.
Yeah.
So please
interesting.
tell us.
Okay. So I worked for Russell Investments for 25 years, and I sold investments around the world basically, and was very analytical. And when I retired, I said, I need to do something creative. So I started doing pottery. So I would go to Tacoma Community College a couple times a week, make big bowls. I was so happy. And COVID came. Shut the whole thing down.
I didn't know that
Yes.
story.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, okay, no more studios. I'm going to buy a wheel, put it in my garage. It's right where Nate's standing. And I would be making bowls. And then I realized I needed a kiln. So I went on YouTube to find a kiln, and I ended up finding this abstract artist. And I watched 40 videos in a week, and I'm like, I think I could do this. And I never knew how much I was gonna love it. It's so much fun, and there's so much to learn. I've been at it 5 years, but I can't wait to see how I am in 5 or 10 years.
So tell us about where you moved from and how and why you picked here.
Sure. My husband and I lived in Bend, Oregon, and we loved it because we're both really athletic, skiing, mountain biking, all that good stuff. But I was too far away from my family and my kids, and I was like, it's time to move back up there again. And Gig Harbor is a lot like Bend in that
It is.
it's
I
about the
actually
same
own a
size.
house in Bend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same size, same kind of feel, lots to
Yep.
do. But there's water here.
Yep.
And there was not water in Bend, and that's what I missed the most.
There's water and there's access to
a
more
city,
things.
and yeah. So that's why we ended up moving.
That's great.
Yeah.
Did you explore other communities in Washington, or just like
Just Gig
you
Harbor.
just knew
Yeah.
Gig Harbor was the place?
Only because I lived in Tacoma for a long
Okay.
time working for Russell, and so it was like Gig Harbor's right around the block, but different than Tacoma.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, very different,
Yeah.
for sure. Specifically to where art is concerned.
Yes.
How would you describe the Gig Harbor community in terms of what it has to offer for artists, whether they're brand new artists or
Yeah.
somebody who's established? Do you feel like there's a lot going on?
Tons. There are more than 200 artists in the area.
Okay, I noticed there's more than 50.
There's
just
50
carved.
just in the open studio
Yeah.
tour, but there's way more than that. So there's always people to talk to, learn from, take classes, go to museums with, call somebody and say, hey, do you know anything about blah, 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 and they'll help you. So it's really nice.
How did you find those people?
Through the Peninsula Art League.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what has come up a whole bunch. Is
Yes.
the Peninsula Art League.
Yes.
And so there's not a building. It's just
It's not a building. Yep.
You look it up.
Yes, totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, you have fabulous paintings.
Thank
and
you.
I'm very happy to say that I own one, and it is right smack dab over my mantle.
Yes,
And I
so
absolutely love it.
Yeah.
What do you feel like is your favorite part of living here? Like, you have one of the most beautiful spots in the
Yes.
area. Do you take any inspiration, even if it's just mentally, physically, in your painting?
I do, totally. First of all, I feel really grateful to live on the water, but also I think you'll see, like in a lot of my paintings this year, I've used blue. It's like
part of the
becoming a
color.
recurring theme. Like I just feel more connected to the water. I'm not sure what it is, but it's coming out in my art.
Great.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll evolve. It sounds like you've kind of gone through themes of your life,
Yes.
and now
Maybe that's it.
maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I know you have to get back to your other guests.
Yeah.
So So fun.
So fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck with
Thank you.
everything. And one more question. Where's your next show? Or are you done?
I'm done for this year. My next show will be in January, which is the LA Art Show.
LA.
LA Art Fair. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks so much.
You are awesome. So we're leaving Driftwood Cove, and I just realized that it was so much fun talking with Lisa that we didn't even think to go and film her absolutely gorgeous view. Shame on us. But now we are heading through the Kopachuck area to Horsehead Bay. And as I mentioned before, the Kopachuck area has Kopachuck State Park. We're passing that here in just a minute. This stretch is also known as the Gold Coast by a lot of people because we're looking back due west, a large fetch, and the Olympics are, you get the most grand view of the Olympics from the stretch of Kopachuck. So really, really gorgeous. I can totally understand why they call it the Gold Coast. Off to my left are Voyager Elementary and Kopachuck Middle School. Again, schools that it's very popular, so great area with some family neighborhoods around here. And then to our right is Kopachuck State Park. The Horsehead area that we are heading to is also when I said there are two very exclusive waterfront areas in Gig Harbor, Horsehead is the other one. Inside of Horsehead Bay, very protected bay, similar to Gig Harbor or Walatcha Bay or parts of Raft Island or the end of Henderson Bay, but a very protected bay that's very, very popular for families and water sports, and there's always a million things going on. You've got beautiful house after beautiful house out there, and then on the backside of Horsehead, you've got areas that are on High Bank waterfront that just have these crazy, ridiculous panoramic views that go south. So we're just leaving the west. The Horsehead has areas where you can see Mount Rainier in all of its glory across Hale Passage and Henderson Bay, which is all really, really amazing. There are some properties that have more acreage on the backside of Horsehead, but overall, it's really about the views. I'm kind of excited to see this studio because there are 3 different artists at this studio, one of which is a woodworker, another is ceramics, and another is blown glass. And if you are not from this area, and when I say this area, now I'm talking about the Puget Sound and especially the South Puget Sound, you may or may not know that glass art and particularly glass blowing is a very popular thing here. Dale Chihuly is probably the most famous glass artist, and he originated in Tacoma. There are glassworking schools, there's a glass museum. Fun thing to do if you come to town, you can actually go and do glass blowing classes, so lots of fun. So looking forward to this studio and what they have to show us and what they have to say. So this is Jennifer McCreight, and we are in her beautiful home here on Horsehead Bay. And Jennifer is a sculptor.
Correct.
You moved to Gig Harbor how long ago?
A little less than 3 years.
Okay. And so you moved from?
Pasadena, California.
Really? Okay. What brought you here from Pasadena?
We were looking for water view, mountains. My husband's a software engineer, so wanted to be close enough to a college in case he needed to hire people, close enough to an airport, and I do Pilates and wanted art, and this has a great art community, so it kind of checked a bunch of boxes for us.
That's really exciting. I don't always, I wasn't completely familiar with the art community, and so doing this video today and going on this tour has just shown me how much is available, and I feel like I'm going to do a much better job of being able to share it with people. So were you an artist, I'm guessing, before you moved here?
Yes.
Okay. Long time?
About 10 years.
Okay.
I volunteered at my kids' elementary school to do a club for the gifted kids. And
Aww.
they wanted to do clay, so I started doing gargoyles with them.
Okay.
They're pretty hard to mess up.
If you say so. I could mess up anything.
And then 1 year I had the same group of kids 2 years in a row. And so I did little busts with them, and I wasn't completely awful. So I went down to San Diego, stayed at bed and breakfast, took 3 classes a day for a week, and just kind of started from there and continued.
Oh my goodness. So obviously it's evolved to some incredible things. What is your inspiration? It looks like it's varied.
It is. I like a lot of flowing lines.
Okay.
I do like the theme of women emerging. So, for example, the piece over there by the wall where women are coming out of the wall. That one I did right as Roe v. Wade was overturned.
Okay.
So if you look close, they're in various states of pregnancy.
Okay.
So that was the inspiration for that one. The one on the end over here, we did a trip to Japan last year, and there was a tree that was falling over a rock and had water in the rock, and so I'll melt glass in some of my pieces.
Okay.
So that's an inspiration for that one.
Going back to the art scene here, you said that there's it's been confirmed to me today that there is a really strong art community here.
Right.
I do understand that there's not a community center. Someone else mentioned earlier, though, that they've heard rumors that there's a plan in the works.
Oh.
So that would be exciting.
Yes,
that would be exciting. How did you tap into the art community here?
Well, actually, when we were looking at houses, our realtor had told us about this art tour.
Okay.
And we did it our first year, and then I signed up to participate.
Oh, great. Awesome. And you've been doing it
This is my second year.
Okay. What other things, besides art, do you feel that this area has to offer for people who are retired?
Well, first I want to say that the people who are retired here are in incredibly good shape. People think,
That's right, you do Pilates. You teach Pilates?
No,
Okay.
I go about 4 times a week.
Okay.
And I horseback ride a couple times a week, play pickleball.
Oh, yes.
So we have a neighborhood group that plays up at the courts there across from the Arletta store.
Okay, great.
So it's very easy to connect in with these different areas. And the horseback riding I do up off in Crescent Valley, up 14th Street,
Yep.
North Harbor, Equestrian.
Yep.
So I've been able to just keep really busy. But people think California is really healthy and people are really in shape. And I see more people in shape here. I really do. And
Fabulous.
It's been kind of inspirational, really.
Good. Really good. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I know you've had a long weekend. We're nearing the end of the studio tour. So thank you so much for chatting with us and for sharing your beautiful home.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
For coming by.
Well, this is Dixie. And Dixie is one of the only glass artists that are part of the tour this year. And I think that's really exciting. As I was saying on the way over here, glass art is really important in this region, and Dixie has some beautiful stuff. So I'm excited to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And welcome to the show. You said that this is your first time doing this particular show.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
And you don't actually live in Gig Harbor. I know that you live in Kitsap County.
Correct.
How did you get involved with the group here?
Actually, I have another artist that I do work with, and he recommended that I become a part of this show, filled out the paperwork, and they accepted me, and I'm glad to be here.
Good, good. Well, tell us a little bit about, first of all, how and when you started in glass art.
Okay. Back in the late 90s, I took a stained glass class at Olympic College.
Okay.
And from there, the company that I worked for at the time sent me to Las Vegas for a couple of years to open up a store. And I walked into one of the glass shops down there and I saw my first piece of fused glass.
Okay.
And I was like, oh man, this is amazing. So I moved back up here, bought a kiln, started teaching myself how to use the glass.
So is your craft now, is it fused glass? Or I apologize, and I've said this before today, I'm not an artist and I love art, but I don't know a ton about it. So your particular style, fused glass?
Fused glass,
Okay.
yes.
So
yes.
not blown?
Not blown.
Not blown.
No.
Okay.
No. They're both hot glass, but they're two totally different
Right.
methods. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And so do you have particular inspiration?
I think my main inspiration is the glass, because I look at the glass and I love the brightness and the color, and That starts me, but also I'm always looking to learn and do something different. So I venture into different things like doing the lanterns or making the garden stakes. It's just, I always have to keep evolving because I want to make sure that I keep learning, but also I want to offer people who want to learn about glass and also to purchase the glass, different items. I don't want to keep doing the same old thing.
So you mentioned that you had a career, your first career was in retail.
Yes.
And so you are technically once retired, right? Sort of.
Yeah.
Right. So it doesn't sound like, I mean, it sounds like you have a full-time job. But
I do.
You did create this as your retirement career?
Yeah, well, it started as a hobby.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that tongue-in-cheek on purpose.
Yeah. And then it grew into a business, so.
I know there's a lot of glass opportunities here, but I do also know there's a lot of blown glass. So is there as much fused glass as there is a blown glass scene?
I think there's more fused glass because it's easier for the hobbyists to get into it. They don't need all the specialized kilns, even though, I mean, for stained glass or fused glass, you do have to use a kiln, but places like me, I rent kiln time. But with blown glass, I mean, you've got to have the glasses on all the time, and it's much more difficult for someone just to step in and do it. Yeah.
Got it. How do you feel like and lots of people have already answered this question today, but I've asked questions about how does one learn about the work that you do, and then what kind of opportunities do people have in general to get involved that you've found helpful?
Okay. I mean, the first thing is that you have to take a class to learn whatever you're interested in, how to do it. And then from there, developing your skills a little bit, and then getting brave to put your artwork out there for sale. I mean, that's a huge, at least it was for me, it was a huge step to do that because I didn't believe that I was good enough.
Okay. How long did it take you to do that, do you feel like?
It took a friend of mine who owned a frame shop and gallery in Silverdale. She was actually a former employee, and she kept bugging me to bring my stuff in, and my thoughts were, what if someone buys something, or what if they don't buy it? Nobody likes my stuff. What am I going to do? So that started me. I started selling a few things, and it just gave me more and more courage to expand from there. And as far as getting into an art scene, I think it would take talking to people, like people coming into my shop and asking me how I do it, or other artists. And I'm always open. Whatever people want to know, I'll tell them, because I want people to be in the arts and keep it alive. But I welcome any questions, and you just have to keep dipping your toe in a little bit more and a little bit more. And that first show is just, it's exciting. I mean, you get to go and sell your work, and people tell you it's beautiful, and they buy it. And it's like, okay, I'm ready to go back and make more.
That is very, very cool. Good luck with everything in the future. And, are you going to retire ever, or do you see yourself doing this?
I see myself doing this for a long time. The only thing that would hold me back is not being strong enough to lift the boxes.
Got it.
Keeping my strength. But other than that, I love doing it.
Well, good for you. You found a perfect way to spend your time. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Thanks. Well, thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me today. I have learned so much about the art scene here in Gig Harbor, and I think for anyone considering moving to this area, or if you already live here and you want to develop a hobby or enhance the one that you already have, it's clear that there really is a great art scene here, and they are promoting all kinds of different art, and they want to see more people be involved. So, of course, I could not go to all of the studios today, and there's so much more to see. You should come along on next year's studio tour here. I want to invite you to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and reach out with any questions you have. I will go ahead and add the links for the Peninsula Art League, as well as a couple of the other organizations that the artists have brought up today, so you can do some research on your own. Thanks again. Enjoy the rest of the day.